guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's been a while. I'm not going to go into a long explanation of why I haven't been on the channel in a while. Things have just been crazy and I have just been trying to find myself again, trying to find out who I am, and I think I finally gotten there. I've settled a bit more in my role, in stuff around the house and how things are going. And yeah, so it's just been a bit crazy. I definitely want to carry on with this channel. I love doing this. I love it. Actual vlogging, so like around the house and what I do and stuff like that. I'm not too sure I'll be doing a lot of that. I'll be doing a lot of this. I'll be inserting clips of stuff that we do during the day with Matt, and if we go, like I know we want to go to the zoo at some point, I'll then film us going to the zoo and, you know, him and seeing all the animals and stuff like that. But as far as actually vlogging around the house and stuff like that, probably not. Only because with my parents-in-law living with us now, it makes things a bit difficult because I'm very like awkward filming in front of other people. It took me forever to get comfortable filming in front of my husband. I'm now comfortable filming in front of him, and not filming in front of them, I'm very awkward. As it is, I think going to the zoo and filming is going to be very awkward for me. Let's just get into what's been going on. So we'll start with Matt. He's gotten so big so quickly. I think the last time you guys saw him, he was about 6 months old. It was just after I had my kidney stones removed. Unfortunately, about a week, 2 weeks after that vlog went up, he stopped breastfeeding. He just flat out refused, was not getting enough milk from me, and was very unhappy. And I, at that point, after having gone through what I did and all of that, and the struggle that I had already to get him to breastfeed in the beginning anyway, I was just not up for doing it. I was not up for the fight, and I actually frankly didn't have enough fight in me at that point to try. So we moved over to formula. And for me personally, it was the best decision we made. You know what? He got 6 months of breast milk from me. He got that wonderful immune boost, and I'm happy with that being the way we did things. And then, so we're very lucky. Friends of ours, we bought a milk machine from them. So basically this thing makes bottles in like 2 seconds. I love it to pieces. It's the most fantastic thing on the planet. I'll insert a clip after this to show you how it works and how quick it is, and yeah, it's just awesome. Okay, so here I'm going to show you the milk machine. So you put the bottle there in the bottom. At the moment it is a bit hot, that's why the screen's red. So I'm just going to put the cooling function on to cool the water down to the right temperature that I've set it to. I've set it to 40 degrees, but I think once it gets to like 46, then I'm able to actually use the machine. Then yeah, you can see the temperature's going down over there. And once it gets to the right temperature, the screen will go off, and then you'll see that it goes to blue. On the screen it shows you that the cooling function is on. I'm going to show you now how it works on the inside. So you open it like that, and then that's where the milk and water gets dispensed. As you can see, it needs a bit of a clean. Then here at the top in the lid, it clips open, and in there is where you put the milk. So you just open it up, empty your milk into there, and it measures it out exactly to how much you need for the bottle, depending on how much water. Obviously every milk is different, and it does have a setting for that. Then here on the side is where you put the water in for boiling. It needs to be filled up. You can get quite a few bottles out of there once it's full. Then on this side you can actually sterilize up to 2 bottles on this side. So put the bottles in the top and teats in the bottles in the bottom, teats in the top, and it closes. And that's how it works. Okay, so it has to cool down to I think 43, not 47. I was incorrect there. As you can see, it still says it's cooling. and there the screen goes off. If you see, I'll hit enter, turn the cooling off, otherwise it wastes power. I hit milk and I hit enter, and ta-da, bottle made. Exactly to how much I needed. So I obviously measured out for 180. I'll show you now on the bottle. It says exactly 180, and there on top 180. And that's how quick it is to make a bottle for him. As you can see, it's gone red again because it's gotten a bit warmer again. Then, of course, we use the Tommy Tippy anti-colic plus bottles for him, which have been working fantastic for us. And yeah, that's how this wonderful milk machine works. Then he's now eating solids. Oh, he's eating solids so nicely. So I know I wanted to do the baby-led weaning, and we're sort of doing a mixture between baby-led weaning and me feeding him. So in the mornings, he's now getting like porridge, like cereal, and he loves his cereal in the mornings. Then we haven't quite gotten into doing snacks yet. He's not eating. He's not getting hungry enough for me to be adding snacks yet into his meals. So he'll have his morning breakfast, then he'll have another bottle at about 12ish, and then after that bottle he'll have his lunch. So lunch, I'm doing sort of like letting him feed himself, so with the baby-led weaning sort of idea. I've got a few photos and stuff that I'll put up, and I'll show you guys like what we've been doing and how like the foods I've been introducing and how I've been doing it and all of that. And he is thoroughly enjoying feeding himself. He thinks it's loads of fun to also throw the food all over the place, but he does really, really well to feed himself. I have to admit, this child seems to eat everything. I don't have a problem with feeding him. I have fed him everything that I can think of at this point. He's eaten and we haven't fought. The only time he tends to get a bit like, not upset, but like he doesn't want to, is if the food is too chunky. If I make it too like with too many pieces in it, then he tends to get a bit like irritable and he doesn't like to chew very much. So I'm not obviously completely pureeing his food, but I'm keeping little bits in, so he still has that sensation of having pieces of food in his mouth. But the only time he has to then chew his food is when I give him his lunch in the afternoons, and then he sits and he can feed himself, and that's when he's chewing his food. But yeah, so that's going like fantastically. I'm so happy about that. He is drinking so nicely. I think during the day, he probably has about 360 mils during the day, so 180 bottles. He has 90 mils in the morning before breakfast, then he has 90 mils again at 12 o'clock, then he has another 90 at about 5 o'clock, and then sometimes he'll have before he goes to bed. But I will admit, recently he doesn't seem to be wanting that bottle. I'll try and give it to him and he flat out refuses to have it, so we tend to leave that bottle. I'll tend to top that bottle up to 240 mils, and then when he wakes up at like 2 o'clock, then we give him milk again, because then he wakes up hungry. I think our little guy just has like this super fast metabolism, because it doesn't seem to matter what I do, he wakes up. And it's not a wake up because I can't put myself back to sleep. It's a wake up because he's hungry. We've tried to like just put him back down in bed and like pat him to sleep. He refuses. He screams. He's hungry. So I don't know if he's got a very fast metabolism or what, but he has to have that midnight feed, which is kind of difficult because we haven't had a proper sleep through night since before he was born, for me anyway, because as any pregnant mom or woman will know, those like last few weeks are so difficult. You struggle to get comfortable. So I haven't slept through the night in over a year. But he's doing really nicely. He wakes up like once, like I said, at about 2 o'clock in the morning, and then he'll sort of sleep till about 5:30, 6 if we're lucky. I don't know why the next sleep is just so short after his bottle. And then usually he'll have another 90 mils when he wakes up at that time. So I don't know, maybe the milk's not enough. Maybe I should increase it, who knows, I'll talk to a pediatrician at some point about that. As far as developments, so he is walking, but not on his own. He can, but he's very, if you let go of his hand, he starts to get like very, like, not panicky, but he doesn't want to. He wants to hold your hand and walk around the house. So of course, like, both me and my husband's backs are like killing us, because even though Matt's quite tall, but at certain angles, like, I have to like bend funny and it becomes very uncomfortable. We're trying to encourage him to walk on his own and stuff, but I know he'll do it when he wants to. I'm not going to force him to do it. I'm not going to make him all upset about it. He'll do it when he wants to. He's crawling really nicely, so he's at least able to get himself around the house most of the time on his own, because he'll just crawl to wherever he wants to. We of course are at the point of now having to move everything that he can now reach when he pulls himself up onto places out of reach, or putting stuff that he is allowed to not play with, but like, you know, it's not going to break if he does take it or whatever. As far as speech goes, he's not really babbling. He like sort of talks to you, but I don't know. I am a little concerned about his talking, but he's growing up in a household where we speak two different languages. So I speak English to him, and then his dad and both his grandparents who are here both speak Afrikaans to him. So, and I know, being a nursery school teacher, I know this. A child who is brought up bilingual, especially from little, they take longer to develop their language. He is still showing signs of he is close to it. He is mimicking sounds and stuff that we make. And so, you know, things like that. He copies his grandfather's cough, which is so cute. There's another sound that he's mimicking as well. So he is starting to slowly, he is mimicking. So that for me, it tells me he is getting that understanding. So I know speech is coming, and he'll talk when he wants to talk. And then I'm quite sure the next trick is getting him to shut up. He recently started waving about 2 weeks ago, I think. He started waving for the first time, which is really cute. And so, of course, he just waves at everything. An example is I use a app on my phone called Vooks. So it's video books. So you can go and you can buy the actual book itself. But these, of course, they've taken the books and they put them into like a video form. They're really cute little books. And tonight we were watching one of the books, and little monkeys on the screen were waving, and he started waving. I thought it was so cute. And then I wanted to put something interesting out there that I found out that I don't know how many other moms with babies under 2 know. So Matt on Tuesday got a bit of a runny nose, and he had a little bit of a fever on Tuesday, but nothing hectic. And we gave him some Bernardo, and I've been spraying his nose with saline solution spray, and it's been helping. But of course, he's, as it sometimes does, especially with a cold, it can get a little bit worse. So his nose is still very runny, and he started with like this little bit of a cough, and he's congested. You can hear it. So of course, I mean, my first thought is I don't want to take him to the pediatrician for a cold. I mean, really, it's a cold. We all know it's cold. So I know the nasal spray, and then I thought, okay, well, what about like a decongestant or like cough syrup, or, you know, something to just help him out. And I then went and did a bit of research, and everywhere, I mean consistently everywhere I read, they actually say that any sort of decongestant or anything like that should not be given to children under the age of like 2, and another place said like 4, which I had no idea. I mean, they say, you know, don't go to the pharmacy, don't ask them, you know, don't get any sort of decongestant for your little one. They say the best thing to do is a humidifier to keep the air obviously moist and to help with anything drying out, and then to keep spraying their nose, and then to suction out anything that's in there. And then also I got a bit of the Vicks baby rub, I got that for his chest, which seemed to have helped quite a bit today. I didn't even know that, so I thought I'd just throw some of that out for anyone else who'd be interested, if your little one gets sick or anything like that. I will be calling his pediatrician tomorrow morning just to see if there's anything else I can do to help, just to make sure I'm doing 100%. But I'm not going to take him to the pediatrician, but I will definitely call and just find out if there's anything else I can give him or do, or if what I'm doing is fine. Okay, now we can move on to the rest of my life that isn't my baby, even though he is my whole world. So I am officially working for my husband now. He has started his own IT company, which is super exciting. I'm so proud of him. And yeah, things are going fairly well in my opinion, especially for a first month of starting. I'm doing all his admin work, so invoices and emails and setting up his Facebook page and all of that sort of stuff has been on my shoulders, and I've been doing his advertising and stuff like that, which is loads of fun. I'm actually really enjoying it a lot. This is one instance where I'm okay with my husband sleeping with the secretary. But yeah, I've been enjoying it and things have been going well. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now for work. For any of you who've been wondering, school is officially not going to happen anytime soon, not for a good long while. And I'm also okay with that, funnily enough. I'm quite happy to be around Matt the whole time, because obviously we're working from home. While I am working, he's either sleeping or his Oma is looking after him for me, which has been a big help. So she'll watch him and play with him like in the mornings, and then I usually will do whatever I need to do for hubby until I'm done, and then once I'm done, then obviously I go and I look after Matt for the rest of the day, or go out and get stuff done and whatnot. Oh yeah, my in-laws having officially moved in. Oh, it's been really nice. Obviously, I mean, everyone's going to, there's a few things here and there that don't always gel, but it's not the end of the world and it's nothing to like moan about. For the most part, it's been fantastic. I really enjoy having them here. It's nice that the way our house is set up, they actually have their own sort of like little private space. So they have their own bedroom, and then what I think should have been the dining room in this house, we converted into their lounge. So they've got their own little lounge there, their own TV, so they can watch whatever they want to. It's right there by the kitchen. And his dad is on an oxygen machine 24/7. So it's also there in the lounge, easy access. So he can sit there and he can use it. He can go sit outside on the stoop and he can use it. And then of course he uses it when he goes to sleep. And the nice thing is that where it is, his oxygen pipe reaches everywhere in the house that he needs to get to, which is great. So I've also started exercising quite hectically, more, I don't know which word to use. But I've started up a WhatsApp group with a bunch of friends, and I've sent out like invites to like anyone who's interested. And basically we are just a bunch of girls. We do one of those 30-day challenge things every month. This is obviously only our second month. We did last month. Didn't really finish it, but I mean, I think the one I chose was a little hectic for the first month of doing it. We ended up, I think the last day was supposed to be something ridiculous like 30 burpees and 2-minute planks, and I'm like, there's no ways. I struggled to do a minute 20 plank. I could get to a minute planking, which I think is quite impressive to be honest, for someone who's not that fit. I think I did quite well. So yeah, that was a bit hectic. And then we also do cardio every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. We go onto Discord. I have a Discord channel, and we do a YouTube video for Leslie Sanson's Walk at Home, because she's got them there on YouTube, and I use one of those every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And we do cardio in the evenings at about like 7:30, just so it gives me time to put Matt down and maybe have supper if supper's ready by that point, and then do the cardio workout, which has been going quite nicely. I think I've lost 2 kilos, so it's not a lot, but it's something, especially for being very inconsistent last month. Hopefully this month will go a bit better and we can keep up with it. So we're only doing it during the week. So we do Monday to Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday we use as like rest days, and then we start up again on Monday. And so far it is me, my hubby, my best friend, her sister, and my best friend's boyfriend as well is also going to be joining us this month, which is quite cool. It's been loads of fun, and I forgot how much I actually thoroughly enjoy doing cardio. It's one of those strange things, and I have to remind myself every evening, because of course you get to like the end of the day and you're tired, but I'm also not one of those people who can do the morning ones, so don't even try to tell me, oh no, but do it in the morning, you'll have more energy. I can't. I struggle to get up for Matt as it is. I'm not getting up for exercise anyway. So like, you're tired, and my big thing is, my motivation is, but think about how amazing I feel after doing it, and that is like my like kick in the butt, you know, that the shot of endorphins that you get when you finished a cardio workout. So that sort of tries to motivate me into doing it. You know, this past week I did Monday's cardio. Wednesday we had family over, and I think they only left at like 9:30, and I mean, by that point there was no ways I was going to be doing anything. And then Friday, unfortunately, I'd caught Matt's cold as well, and so I wasn't too lacquer, but I feel better now. So yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying that, hoping to lose a bit more weight before we think about having baby number 2, just so that I'm either at the same weight I was when I had Matt, or even a bit lighter. I'd be quite happy with that. As far as having baby number 2 goes, I was really hoping, after having Matt, we discussed it in like January, February, about having another one sort of at 9 months, and then, because that's like a 1.5 year gap between the two of them, and I think that's like a really nice age gap, you know, for siblings, and I would have been quite happy to have 2 under 2. Unfortunately, with COVID, I hate this thing, with COVID having happened, and lockdown having happened, and me having to close the school, and like finances obviously being what they were, financially it's not viable, and it was really hard for me last month to come to terms with that, because last month Matt was 9 months, and it was really, really hard to wrap my head around the fact that I wasn't going to get what I wanted to get, and it was hard. Even now I'm thinking like, you know, I want to know when, but I know that's unrealistic, and it's a lot of pressure on my hubby, especially now with the new business, to push him into like a date, you know, which I get and I understand, but of course I think all women will understand me as well, where it doesn't matter once you get into a certain time, the hormones take over your brain and all reasoning goes out the window. I will admit I'm definitely one of those where sometimes the reasoning is just not there, it doesn't exist. But yeah, it's one of those things, it happens. I'm still very adamant, I do not want to be pregnant like over 35. I mean, if push comes to shove and it happens. But yeah, I'm hoping sometime next year, if we're lucky. But who knows? Things may change, things may get better, things, you know, it may be sooner, it may be later, we don't know. I, of course, am holding thumbs and toes and everything that it'll be sooner, because obviously I'd like to have a smaller gap between Matt and the sibling, but what happens, happens. Okay, so the future for this channel will be more sit downs like this one, like hints and tips and tricks and stuff with Matt, with having people in your house, with working at home with a baby, working for my husband and how that goes. I will obviously, like I said, if we do any trips and stuff like that with Matt, where like we take him to the zoo, I'll film any in-between things I'll film, you know, where I get a chance. I'll take little clips of what goes on in my life and show you guys what goes on. I will try and do more sort of day-to-day stuff on Instagram. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll leave my Instagram handle at the bottom and you guys can follow me. I'll do like baby hauls, so if we go and we buy anything for Matt, I'll let you guys know. I will do a must-have baby things that we are using for him right now that I could not live without because there are so many of them. I have to admit there's actually maybe a handful of things that I regret buying. I'll put those in as well, just so that you know, for me, they didn't work, for any future moms. And then the things that, like I said, I can't live without. I'll definitely do one of those vlogs. But I'll definitely vlog over Christmas, definitely, considering it is Matt's first Christmas and I am obsessed with Christmas. So I'll definitely film everything that we do over Christmas. I do want to get a video out every week to get to you guys, to keep you guys updated. So yeah, and then of course when we fall pregnant, I will be taking you on that journey with us as well. I have to admit, I am so excited to be able to do that with you guys. Like, I cannot wait. I think I'll do a short like clip in the next video because I'm going to be dyeing my hair again. As you can see, my hair is like a funny like greeny turquoisey color at the moment. I'll insert a picture of what it did look like after I colored it, and then I'm going to be coloring it blue, like very blue next time. Then from the blue I'll be moving to purple, and then from purple back to pink. So I'm going to be having loads of fun, obviously all by myself. I bleached my own hair, which didn't come out too badly, it's just a little orange. I think that's also why this looks funny and the color didn't really go too well, but I think the blue will look quite nice. And yeah, so that is what's been going on with me. I hope you guys enjoyed catching up with me again. I thoroughly enjoyed doing this again. I actually really missed sitting here and talking. I cannot wait to get these videos out to you guys. I am going to try and film, like I said, get one video out at least a week for now. If I'm able to get 2 out, fantastic, but I'm not going to promise you guys 2. I'm going to promise you 1. Once a week. I will try every Monday morning, so I'll film over the weekends and during the week, and then put it all together and hopefully get one out for you guys every Monday morning. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks to those people who stayed on my YouTube channel, and I hope to bring you more content and see you guys again soon. Bye.